It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Pats and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, we've got football at Paycor Stadium here in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Well, the Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his second season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there, because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Broken tackle. And there he goes again. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. Still going. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Jamar Chase, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over for the first time, led out by the rookie, the 3rd overall pick back in April out of UNC, and that's Drake May.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's May. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return is Jones. Busts through the tackle. Now he goes spin. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. He's still on his feet. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins, 52 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
To throw, it's May. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
He'll go underneath here to Stevenson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To the right side, this is Stevenson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
To the air, May. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Second and 10. They'll throw with May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Sly able to put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 49 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. First down, they stay with Moss on the ground. Able to slither by. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Zach Moss. 47 yards. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll try the left side with Stevenson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, everyone's getting the penalties.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. Here's Jones on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Here's 3rd and goal now from the 9. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Zach Moss, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the shotgun, May with it. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Douglas, the man in motion. Looking to throw. May. That's complete. DeMario Douglas with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Patriots first down.
From the gun, it's May. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the shotgun, it's May. And his throw is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. So we've reached halftime here on opening. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
At their own 23-yard line.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 8. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Zach Moss with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for Cincinnati, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for